Hey, look, thanks for your time today. Look, I just want to just ask you a few questions about your experience with Kontrolit and stuff. But do you want to just give us an introduction to who you are, what you do, what Mouse and Bear do? They're not a, they don't sell cuddly toys, do they? So do you want to just give us a do you want to give us a rundown of what Mouse and Bear do?
Yeah, of course. Mouse and Bear are we're a Yeovil based business, and we basically help IT and tech companies import and export their goods all around the world. So very specialised import and export, and quite a niche market.
So what was life like before Kontrolit? You had a website already. What was maybe not quite right with it, and then maybe what made you come along to Kontrolit?
Well, we were only born as a business in 2016, and there was only 3 of us for a couple of years with very limited to zero marketing budget. So our website pre our engagement with you guys was something hosted on one of the cheap kind of very basic hosting platforms where you kind of build your own website in 20 minutes type thing. You know, if you had searched any of the key terminology within our sector and our markets, we would have been on page 4067. Something like that, so it just, as we grew as a business and started to sign corporate contracts, very global contracts with some big customers, we needed to up our game from a website perspective.
Yeah, and it's good. I remember sitting in the office and going through the stuff with you and Lorraine as well, and because you're such a niche market, that's really good from a digital marketing point of view, because we can zero in. We had to try and distinguish yourself from your competitors and stuff. So we did a website, and it's fine, but we added some bespoke elements there as well. I remember there's a unique interactive map feature, isn't there, on the site? So that took a fair bit of time trying to get all that in together, because when you're dealing with a global business, which is essentially little old Yeovil, but it's a global business.
I think that's where your expertise came in, and not just your expertise, but your kind of bespoke, hands-on, consultative approach. What we asked for wasn't a bog standard website with X amount of pages covering kind of standard products or services with a load of graphics. We needed interactive tools that were well within sort of outside the realms of a standard website, searchability, and so we knew what we wanted, but trying to communicate that and then refine it to get it to work, but whilst taking on your suggestion and your consultation around those was certainly key to the success of the first kind of version 1 of the website. You don't know what you don't know, and we kind of knew what we wanted, but we didn't really know.
I know. Well, hey, look, that's a really common scenario. You know your world inside out. You don't know our world. You sort of know what you want. You take our guidance, and then eventually, so we added in the digital marketing services. So first, we started with what we call SEO, so the classic organic, good quality content and stuff like that. And a little bit more recently, so for the last year or 2, we've had pay-per-click and specifically Google Ads and stuff. How did you find that with the website, maybe from an onboarding point of view, and how has that impacted the business?
Oh, it has turned our entire marketing strategy around, and I'm not actually over exaggerating. So we then knew that we needed to move on. There was no point in having this wonderful, flashy website if nobody could find it, or if anybody was searching for the terminology key to our industry, if we weren't showing up. So we added the SEO and the Google AdWords piece, because we wanted to ensure that if somebody searched a key word search in our industry, this is prospective customers, existing customers, anybody, then we would show up. So we spent an additional good year working really hard on to a finite detail of listing every single word that you would look for, and trying to get our ratings up with Google. You know, you guys worked really hard to ensure that we understood how Google algorithms worked and how to utilize that. It gave us an understanding to be able to then provide you with the information that would be helpful for you to build it out. I also started writing blogs, and I think it's key to mention that actually this isn't about you creating a website for us and then you doing a load of Google AdWords stuff for us and we just sit there doing nothing. I think it's really important that companies understand that if they're building a website and they, you know, search terms and being high up on search results and things like that count, you have to feed in the content. So I'll often write a blog. Again, I'm not a copywriter, I'm not a blog writer, I absolutely hate writing a blog, but I will put out a blog on a subject matter I know something in, and then Mandy will top and tail it, copyright it, make it look pretty, and then load it. And actually that then enabled us to go into the PPC, where we were able to pay-per-click particular words and search terms, and if people, and that then interacting with the Google Ads. So if people were searching for things, then they could find us or it would show us. And we got to the point where there was a couple of really key terminologies, and we were the trusted go-to response that Google displayed to answer that question. And as I said, we are a 7-person company in Yeovil, serving a global market. So to have us, if you had searched trade compliance, us and a snippet from our website would have been shown on that first page. So the whole interaction between businesses and the success to the website is actually about a mutual contribution. If I don't give you the content, if I don't give you guidance as to what is working and what isn't working, then it's not going to be very successful. But actually the coordination and collaboration between the two businesses have meant that actually we're now 25% ahead to our next competitor on web traffic that comes to our website. I have stopped all marketing activity outside of what we do with Kit, because there's no need. The SEO is generating and paying for itself probably 10-15 times over.
Oh wow, that's music. Yeah, music to my ears. And it's a really good case study of starting with SEO, and that's a long, slow burn. But then you can do targeted. So we've got a US, Canada, and a UK, and Singapore from memory. So they all behaving different, and your market, Brexit, has affected you up and down or whatever. But it's that partnership between the two as well. And of course, all that groundwork that we did, looking at personas, keyword research and stuff. Now everything's pointing in the right direction. I'm so pleased for you guys, because it's a perfect case study of the collaboration and the partnership between the two. So we can't possibly write the content that you do, but you make a really good attempt at that. And then, as you say, Mandy turns it into the poem that it needs to be online. Just a final question, and to wrap up then, Mouse and Bear, what's the future hold then for you guys in the next few years?
Well, we are launching a couple of new services, but as the pandemic continues to change the way the world works, that dramatically influences the movement of tech goods to enable a work from home world, basically. So at the moment, our growth is just through the roof, and I think we're gonna just continue to ensure that we manage that, launch some more services, value-add services to our clients. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Hey, look, thanks again for your time, Gemma. We'll call that a wrap, and hopefully I can swing around and have a coffee very soon. That would be great. Thanks, Rich. Cheers, Gemma. Bye. Bye-bye.